All right, everyone. Thanks so much for listening to another episode of Full Body Cast Presents Garage Night. Garage Night brought to you by Cole Street Brewery, 1627 Cole Street, Enumclaw, Washington. Go in there, say hi to Sean, tag yourself in, show him that you tagged yourself in, and put the hashtag Full Body Cast. Get 15% off your drinks. Then go to Bordeaux Wine Bar. Say hi to Sid. I think Sid's still there. I haven't seen Sid for a while. But go ahead. We went there the other day. It was very nice. Sit down, chill. I had a nice panini. And, I got a little update for you guys as well. And take yourself in, say what up, and get $2 off your first drink or flight. Say hi to Andy. And at Mazatlan, Enumclaw Mazatlan, give him a hug, give him a little peck on the cheek, and then he more than likely will hook you up with a little bit of at least free chips, salsa, and waters. Then go to, or during the week, DoorDash, Oh Chef Country Kitchen. Say hi to Dan the Man, Dan Coote Snyder. Order the Bentley Special, which I had today. I had it today. Delicious. First full sandwich of the Bentley Special. Absolutely amazing. We've got Craig Bentley on the mic.
Let's share some tea.
Testosterone? We got his brother Corey Bentley on the mic.
Speaking of that, I'm only here to talk about sperm again.
The real Bentley Special. Yeah, we did kind of leave off last episode kind of figuring out the whole vasectomy situation. I actually had to Google it, and lo and behold, Nerdy Nurse Holly didn't show up for this with diagrams. I had to Google it myself, but I was very right on with the pressure washer and the soap connection. That's how it. That's exactly how it works. Did you guys Google it?
You were pretty off on dry heaving.
Dry heaving completely off.
Or that anything came out.
Hey, Michael Jordan, he shot, and he missed, but he also made some shots too. So
the question is, do you feel better about getting one now?
Not at all, but I do see where it is at. I understand it way more. I Googled it. Here's how it goes, guys. So the balls is where the sperm is. That's where it's generated. That's
Left
the
or right?
factory. What?
Left or right?
Both.
Okay.
And it flows up, and it hits the area where the actual. Okay, so this is where I'm on, but the gel, the substance. It's where it's inputted into, and then it shoots out of you if you're a guy.
2 podcasts now.
so what was clipped is the sperm can't get up there, and so you sweat it out. Your body absorbs it. It's something that is just normal. If you weren't to ever, release. For a period of time, your body just absorbs it. So your body never stops generating the sperm. But it just never puts it into the stream. There you go. Pipeline.
So scientific now.
There you go.
Yeah. But you still don't feel better.
No.
All right.
No, because those are my kids, dude.
That was the goal.
Those are my kids.
Why don't you become a donor then? You can have kids all over the world.
Bro,
There's a whole chat room and a message board you can get on, and you can just meet up with people.
As a donor?
Is that what the original Craig's List? Craig, did you start that?
Yes, I did.
And so
Gingersperm.com.
Corey asked
Dude,
me.
that would sell. That would sell.
Would you like your baby not to have a soul? Gingersperm.com.
So you asked me, Corey, if I feel better about getting it.
Yeah.
Corey, do you feel better about having got it?
That's Craig.
I don't know why
Sorry,
Corey wouldn't. I don't know why Corey would have got one yet.
No, I have no need.
No need for seed.
Spread it around.
I didn't have a problem with it in the first place.
A little problem though.
No.
It's a little problem, probably.
No, because we waited. Sid was like 12 before. So I waited 12 years to do it. So
It wasn't a rock, paper, scissors yearly bet that you kept winning 11 years in a row, and then the 12th year you lost it.
no, finally I'm like, yeah, it's a lot easier for a guy than it is a woman.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hey, everyone. Oh, this is like the sitcom where all the girls go, and the guys are like, Dan didn't think this was going to happen today. So when I got the Bentley special, Jamie said, hey, I'm going to go. DoorDash was having some issues on the app. So she said, I'm going to go get French onion soup from Dan. Did you want anything? I said, yeah, give me a panini. And she said, okay, pesto. Sure, sounds good. So then she came back, and she brought me the Bentley special. She said he had some ready to roll. So I guess that's not just a Friday thing. I guess it can happen whenever.
I've talked to a couple people that have stopped by.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna change I got my back to Craig right now, which now he's probably
Yeah,
now he's pissed. But anyway, Dan was like, hey, are they gonna record tonight or something like that? And Jamie was like, no, they weren't able to do it. And then Craig, he was able to free himself up.
Yeah, there was rain out today. I was going to the Enumclaw game. That was more important than being here.
That's what you were going to?
Yep.
You know, we got Dan who's depending on this. This is the Friday morning garage night that he looks forward to week in and week out.
Well, I apologize, but I have 4 or 5 girls between Enumclaw and Ordine that I coach that I was going to go watch. And that was important.
Oh, so you're doing the whole support.
Yes.
Like you're the cool coach.
Yes, that's exactly why.
Well, he's a coach.
But he's a cool coach. He's got to keep up appearances.
Yes. I've been to a lot of different schools. I was at Tahoma the other night. I was at Sumner the other day.
How many are you banned from?
I was going to ask the same thing. It's like, do these girls know you're watching them?
Oh, that guy's here again. I don't even think he actually coaches.
No, that's the parents. They're like, who's this guy standing in the back?
Yelling swing every time a pitch goes across the plate. Swing! Swing! Hey, Blue! You yelled at Blue lately?
No.
It was just that one
I'm
tirade?
not, I'm not coaching. There's no reason to yell.
Oh, dude, do you have a little dust in your eye when you're there watching them? Like, do you feel like a little misty?
No. I don't.
He doesn't feel that way about anything in life.
Well, yeah, I guess not. He's the true candidate
Were you
for a vasectomy.
were you expecting me to say, oh, yeah,
Well, maybe, I don't know.
I feel good. I mean, I like watching the girls that I've coached succeed. So, I mean, that's a good thing.
That is a good thing. And they're succeeding.
Yeah.
Could you imagine being the coach of Caitlin Clark right now?
Yeah. If you would have coached her when she was like in junior high and high school, I would have a lot of pride in that.
Super.
Yeah.
Dude, she's an animal. Did you watch any of it?
Of what? What were you talking about?
The NCAA women's basketball tournament?
No.
Caitlin Clark.
I know who that is.
Caitlin, if you're listening, we'll have you on here.
She's not.
She got offered $5 million from the Big Three. Ice Cube of the Big Three.
And she could still do WNBA because
Yeah.
it's during the same time.
Yeah.
Why would you not go do that?
Isn't that
Take
more
your
than
money.
the WNBA's worth?
That's more than that's more than 5 years
Yeah. It's
in the NBA
it's
or WNBA.
WNBA. It's crazy. $5 million. She's so good. She's the Steph Curry of female basketballers. But yeah. Do you have you coached anyone on your softball team that you thought this kid is going to actually go places other than your own?
No, there's a lot of girls that
You don't have to say names either, but do you
No,
have,
yeah,
do you
but
have
there's-
one that you're
there's a
this
lot
one's
of-
making college.
yes, I get. There's a lot of girls that continue on past high school that play college ball. Are they D1 players? No. But they all play and they all succeed at somewhere. I have not coached anybody that has played D1 after I've coached them.
Which D1 knows that.
Yeah, is that why you stopped coaching?
There's very few around in this area, and I say area as in Washington State as a whole, that a lot of D1 athletes, at least in the women's softball that I coach, that come from around here anyway.
Do you what What is D1? Is Washington UW
Yes.
D1?
Yes.
Is Wazoo D1?
Yes.
Is Gonzaga D1?
Yes.
Is Western D1?
No, D2.
Is Eastern?
D2.
Is Central?
D2.
Is Southern?
I don't know which one.
Northern?
You're talking about. Yes. Northern is actually D6
PL?
because they're so far north. They're above everybody else.
Oh, nice. PLU?
PLU is a. I
C1.
think they are either
Or
a
C1.
D3 or an NAIA. I'm not 100% sure. I think they're D3.
SPU?
Same thing. I'm not sure if they're NAIA or D3.
Green River? CC?
CC.
The Gators?
Well, actually, they're not a CC anymore. They're considered a 4-year school, so I think they might be in a different bracket than CC. Maybe.
EHS?
Oh, definitely.
Where are they going
like-
next year?
They're going to 3A.
Back they're starting to catch up to where we were at.
Nobody. Enumclaw's not been at 3A forever
That's what I'm saying. Where we
because
were at.
we played at 4A even though we
4A.
should have been 3A.
Well, we
They only played at 4A because they didn't want to travel. But there's so many 3A schools around here now. The travel isn't as much as it would have been.
interesting. I didn't know that. I thought it was just because our school was kind of large. But it's mostly because I feel like we traveled to like
When we were 4A,
Corey's like more sperm. More sperm talk. What is this bull crap?
it's not sports. Somebody's got to be listening.
All right, fine. We'll move on.
I
Sorry.
didn't say anything.
No, Corey's wishing he.
I was drinking my drink.
Corey, how's life?
Great.
Are you sleeping in a shed in your brother's backyard yet?
Not yet, but I'm on my way.
Have you found a place yet?
I have 2-month goals.
Have you found a place yet?
No.
So if anyone's out there and they have a mansion that they're just kind of like,
But you can't live there with me.
That's the bottom floor. It's
Yeah.
completely separate.
No, I need to be by myself.
you're
Wow, somebody's picky.
so basically you're trying to get a vasectomy from society right now. It's just gonna be you chilling down low.
But I'll still pop out.
Yeah. So you don't know. So if anyone has a place, hey Dan,
I'll eventually start looking.
Dan,
up.
you closed that.
I got a couple months before I start looking.
Dan, you closed that that food truck
Just live in the
around
food truck.
7 p.m. Right? Like
just sleep there
Or
and,
you can
and
just
eat meatloaf sandwiches all night long. That's good living right there.
not bad.
That's good living.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he gets in there around 11. By that time, you're out of there
Nah, you'd have to wake me up.
with the broom.
I'd
All
be in a meatloaf coma.
Hey, and if you could probably work out something with them where your rent would be a tally of how many sandwiches you ate during the night.
That might get more expensive than rent.
You can DoorDash it to yourself
That's
and pay yourself.
interesting.
Yeah. $50 tip to me.
Seems like a lot of work.
Ching, ting.
I like our other DoorDash plans that we had the other episode.
Jamie said there's somebody out there that has an actual.
They're
was it
DoorDashing
was it
therapy?
Jamie or somebody said they actually. Was it Jamie? Maybe it was someone else. Who was I talking to?
Well, it couldn't have been very many people. There's only 6 people
There's only
listening to
6
this.
people. And that's 3 of us plus Dan.
Oh, I don't listen.
I didn't listen to it either.
That's a good point. No, but somebody was saying like, no, they have that. Like they have this like where you can like order
Friends?
pretty much like people to do anything.
Like
for
somebody could meet us at Montgomery Park like we talked about and had a picnic with us.
them. That'd be dope. Yes.
I did lie. I actually did listen to part of the last episode because I played it for somebody so they could listen to your question. I was like, you gotta listen to this question he asked us.
What would they stumped as well?
They just shook their head.
Brings a whole new term to
The
stumps.
question is, did you listen to it on your phone or theirs? Because that might be another upload then.
Ooh.
if
It was,
it's theirs.
it was on my phone. And the question was, I thought you guys talked about sports. And I said, no.
Oh, our
yeah.
genre. We're a wide
Dude,
range.
we're everywhere. In fact, we
Name a subject. We could talk about it.
here's a subject. Easter. I'll tell you this one. Easter.
Bunny rabbit.
Nailed it.
Cadbury eggs.
No, but Easter this year, I went and I actually was a dad for once, rather than being like,
You've never been a dad on Easter before?
no, I'm talking about the weekend of Easter, where it's like they have like so at the Sixplex, Boise.
Yes, Easter egg hunt.
They did the Easter egg hunt.
They do that every year.
It's the
Is
first,
it the egg extravaganza?
It's the first one that I brought my kids to, but it was just my kid. But of all my kids, it was the first time I've ever gone to it. But Madden and Kane were there for Grocery Outlet. They were giving out items for the golden ticket, like a skateboard. So golden tickets were like randomly placed in these eggs that were all
You knew where they were?
in the outfield. No, I didn't know where they were at, but I did know the color of them. But I got it mixed up because each outfield. So there's like 6 baseball fields there, and the dirt is completely immaculate. It looks great. In fact, they have signs on the infield that says "Game ready, do not go on it." But out in the grass of each of the outfield of each of these fields are all of these eggs, hundreds and hundreds of eggs just littered throughout, plastic eggs, and each field is like a different age group. So one field is like 3 through 6 year olds, and the next group is 7 through 9, and so on and so forth.
They have like a 40+ one.
No, they didn't. But the funny thing was, so my daughter Madden, who had to work there and give out like the golden ticket items when they were redeemed, she's like, "Yeah, this thing starts at 8. We got to be there at 8, but the actual hunt starts at 9 a.m." I'm like, "Okay, cool." So we get there at 9 a.m. Me and Jacqueline, and it's like, dude, there's hardly anybody here. Like, we're gonna be able to just collect so many eggs. And then 9:15 happens. There's no hunting yet. Okay, 9:20. Finally, I look at the app and Facebook, and I look at the time. It says 10 a.m. sharp is when the hunt's gonna start. All right, fine. So we go get a coffee, whatever, hang around. Anyway, so everyone lines up on the left field, like along the foul line on left field. And there's nobody on the right side of the field, not one person. So around 9:55, I'm like, Jacqueline, come on. They're gonna do the air horn. We're gonna run out on the right side of the field, and we're gonna have all of the eggs that we could. But I told her only get 10. But I didn't want her getting trampled over like hundreds of kids now that are now showed up. It's like, dude, just grab your eggs and get out of there. So
Was there a limit of 10 per kid?
No, I
You just set a limit.
Just because
Okay.
she's going to be the only one in the right field as these like horde of children start running across, and I don't want her to look like we're super greedy, but I also didn't want to.
That's not how life works.
Yeah, Craig would have been like, take them all.
I'm like, get your bucket, put it down like a truck, and just start running, collecting all of them as you go.
He probably would have acted as like a human shield for the other children, just knocking them down.
Craig is out there tossing them in their bucket as well. But so I go over there, and there's 2 adults. I probably would have done the same thing that they did. I'm like, we can't line up over here or something? They're like, well, our kids were told no, but that woman over there in the brown jacket, she's the one who's coordinating this whole thing. You can ask her. She's in charge. So I went over to the woman in the brown jacket. Now, the luxury of me getting there early, I was able to kind of talk to a few people as I was waiting around. She was one of the first ones I talked to. She was getting putting art flyers out for people to take their art to the King County Fair. They want to kind of beef the art displays there. So I talked to her about it. I'm like, oh, my daughter does this. So I had this great conversation with her. So I go over. That was prior. Didn't even know that. So I go talk to her, and she's like, hey, do you mind if we line up? I mean, this thing's about to start. She goes, yeah, go for it. So it's just Jacqueline over here on the side, on the right field, and hundreds of other kids on the left. And then they blew the air horn. She ran out. She grabbed her 10 eggs, which I was told some of the pink ones had the golden ticket. So I told her, hey, some of the pink, go pink only.
Insider trading.
Go pink only. A little Pelosi there. I was a little Pelosi. But what I also didn't know, this is why every time I think I always have the edge. I actually never do. That was another field because we opened up the 10 pinks that she got, not one. She cried. Went over to Matt. I'm like, hey, I thought you said pinks. And she goes, no, I set up the other field. Those are the ones that had the pink ones in it. And I was like, oh, okay. So just when I thought I had it. But anyway, fine. It was a lot of fun. But that was the first time I've ever took my kid to any sort of like Easter, like community Easter thing. I felt like a fabulous dad. Felt great. So, Craig, have you taken your child to any sort of large Easter egg hunting areas?
No. Or any other holiday for that matter.
Did you ever?
I have.
Oh, did you take them?
Random kids.
Kids, were you recruiting for?
You can't talk about that.
Oh yeah,
Craig's
I forgot
teams?
I signed an NDA.
But I feel like, did you ever hide the Easter eggs for family events?
Yes.
And I feel like you would hide some.
I did the whole thing where the older daughter had the ones that were higher that the younger daughter couldn't reach.
But I feel like you did more. Like there's always one or two out there that
I made it so people couldn't find them. Yes. And what fun is it if you go walk around and they're right there?
No, I know. Those kids were cleaning it out, like leaving like the left field. It looked like a vacuum. It looked like a sea of like I don't know, school of fish that was just eating everything in its path. There was no egg left behind as they cleared across this field.
What fun is it unless you tell them there's 15 and they only find 13 and then they cry?
We've lost.
What fun is it?
Have you ever lost a couple?
No.
So we've lost a couple because we used to do it with my parents.
Did you put change in it?
And my dad like would later do yard work like months later. He's like, oh, there's this egg in this like hollowed out area of a tree. It was like, yeah, oh, that's right. We forgot about that. That's one of them.
We were kids. We used to get change in like dollar bills, and I think $5 was like the big egg.
And a Nintendo game.
Yeah, we got a Nintendo game as a gift.
They shoved the Nintendo game in one of those eggs?
It was in one of the trays because they used to have a tray that sat on the table.
Yeah.
We
got a gift.
It was like Christmas morning. It was like
tray
Christmas morning. It was Easter morning, so it had a huge tray on the table all the time.
with candy and a gift.
Oh, you guys had trays, huh?
Yeah.
Dude, the whole thing. Easter though is it's not as fun. So proper. Did we talk about this already? How proper it is.
No, our Easter episode is about sperm.
It's life, a new life.
Yeah.
What did you guys do for Easter?
Yard work.
I cleaned the house because I have to be out of a rental.
Happy Easter.
Happy Zombie Jesus Day.
So messed up. Very sacrilegious. Very sacrilegious over there. We had Good Friday off.
Was that your zombie voice?
That was my disgusted. I can't believe it. That Corey, of all people, would say that.
You know I have a weird sense of humor.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, you're back in.
Yay! Oh, almost.
Can I be out?
But golf. I went golfing on Friday. We had Good Friday off, and with my friends.
Any Friday off is a good Friday.
No practice balls. Listen to this.
Craig lives his life on Good Friday.
I played the greatest golf of my life. I shot a 41 on the front nine, and then
Is this like Trump playing golf, or
dude,
did he really do this?
It was real. It was blowing everyone's minds. They'd never seen anything like it before. No.
He once won a tournament. He wasn't even in.
He wasn't even in.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was given strokes because I'm so much I'm way worse than the players I was playing with, and I ended up beating them. And it was like,
so is this 41 you shot? That's with your handicap?
no, that's legit. But I didn't birdie one. It was all pars or bogeys. I think I shot 6 over. One was a double bogey, but other than that, on the 41, I think it was 6 over, and then the back nine, I was doing so good. I was gonna break 90 and not break 90 by like a little bit, by a lot. And then I go into 16, 17, and 18, and I hit 3 over on 16, 3 over on 17, and 4 over on 18. So that's 10 strokes right there.
Did you go in the little creek on 18?
No, believe it or not, I hit the sign at the very beginning that says walkers only, no carts, and it bounced right back off my drive. I then hit it, decent shot over into the pluggy area. I then tried hitting a layup, but instead it bounced onto the the bridge and stayed on the bridge on the side of the bridge. So you don't get a free drop because even though it's cart path, it's over a hazard. So you can either drop for a penalty or you can hit it from there, which I putted. And as I putted it, it spun and just kind of stayed in the same area because it hit the wood and just kind of spun. So then I hit it. I then blasted it this time just to get it out of there. And it went up on the hill. I chipped on and 2 putted, and it was a 7. And so basically,
Story sounds like it was a 10.
Yeah, I took it. I mean, I never went out the entire time. I never went out. But anyway, but yeah, shot out. I didn't finishing with a 91. But it's the best. When Craig said this 2 years ago, he said, "I'm a golfer now." I'm a golfer now. Have you broken 90 before?
I have not.
Close though.
I think my lowest is 92 or 93.
Yeah. See, Corey.
I just try to break 110.
But I will say this: in the last couple of years, I've gotten to where before my benchmark was 100. I mean, that was if I broke 100, I was doing really well. Now, I would say if I'm like 95's that I've knocked at least that off. Like I expect to shoot mid 90s. I can't get below 90, but I also usually don't go above 100 anymore.
I don't worry about a score. I'm a scramble golfer.
You're a scramble golfer, just like your
Like what?
your seed.
Scrambled?
I don't know. Let's try to keep you in the conversation.
Well,
and then my mom celebrated her 70th birthday yesterday. Happy birthday, Mom.
happy birthday.
Taking her to Vegas. And so I told
Of course you are. Mom, what do you want for your birthday? Oh, I'll take you to Vegas.
No, it was the answer was I just like a nice quiet dinner at home. And you're like, yeah, we're going to Vegas.
I'm hearing what you're saying. But we're doing something that I told my dad. It's a surprise. Don't tell her. But we're going to upgrade to Prestige. Got to pay a little extra money for that.
Prestige Worldwide.
And it's because
Elevator.
of my good buddy Craig, who told me about the Prestige Lounge. And so the last time we went in February, I asked about the lounge. How do I get it? He said it's $150 a day. So I'm doing it, getting the upgrade, $150 for the day. That includes continental breakfast. I know that's like woohoo, but I mean that saves you some money right there for Vegas.
Waffles or pancakes?
I don't know. I didn't go too.
Probably depends on the day.
I would have found out.
Probably switch it up.
I would have found out before I went.
And then it's this lounge that's up there all day long. You can join. You can go to it at any point. They'll have little cocktails, little hors d'oeuvres. You can get coffee, board games, table, great view. In fact, you can even get reserved pool seating if you want to do that as well. If being a part of the Prestige Lounge. And so, Craig, I want to hear more about it though, because I read about it. Tell me what happened when you went there. Like, what should I be expecting right now?
It got more prestigious when he was there.
At first, I felt awkward because I felt like I was up there with a whole bunch of rich people.
Yeah.
But then realized that most of the time, those people are just people that lost a lot of money.
Right. So you actually probably had more money in your checking account than they did.
But it was, I mean, it's all, there's like staff everywhere.
That's right. Yeah, they said very attentive staff.
Yeah, and we sat at a table. I mean, we were probably there for, I don't know, roughly 3 hours, maybe 3-4 hours. And there wasn't a time that somebody didn't come, either ask if we wanted another drink, or they had, like you said, it was more like hors d'oeuvre food, like a little buffet of a whole bunch, like little smokies or meatballs or something like that. It was stuff like that. You could go up and get it anytime you wanted to. The bathrooms were super nice. They're like right there. I mean,
Did they have an attendant?
The only people that are using it are the people that are up there.
Was there
So
a
it's not like
bathroom attendant to
it's
that?
not a normal
Right. You're not walking in.
casino bathroom.
Yeah. There's no machines. It's all.
No machines.
But I heard board games or chess.
So I don't remember. We never paid attention to board games. There was, I mean, maybe there was a group that was doing something over on the one side because they were fairly loud. And well, I mean, they were playing a game. I mean, they were like loud doing something. I don't know if it was a game that they made up or if it was a game that was maybe in there. But overall, I mean, it's super laid back. We didn't actually sit right by the window. They do have most of those seats, if I remember right, were like 2-person tables that were literally like looking out the window, but the entire area has a view.
And you can so did you guys go there during the day?
No,
during night?
we were there probably 5 to 9, something like that.
Is that a good time, do you think, to go to experience it? Little sunset
Well,
action?
it's the only time that I've ever been there, and I enjoyed it, and it wasn't super crowded. It didn't feel crowded. You know, it still felt it's not a big area. I mean, it's maybe 100 people in there.
And you just go up there anytime.
I don't know the whole, because we were obviously with somebody, but I do know it's a completely separate elevator.
Right, yeah.
That you're going up to, so it's not like anybody can do it.
Right.
And there's a person that you check into that you have to be on a list that lets you in, and then there's a person that's running the elevator that goes up also. So there's 2 people before you even get to the elevator.
Wow. And then attire, should I be a little collared shirt? Like, should it
We did. We asked the person that was taking us, and he just said, I mean, I had shorts on, but I did wear a collared shirt. So.
And did he say anything about your shorts?
No.
He's like,
and I had a hat. I did wear a hat.
that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. But I mean, so it wasn't, but there was, I remember there's people up there that were like a t-shirt, like you'd see sitting at a slot machine.
Yeah.
So I don't think that there's actually a dress attire. I think it was just, we were out anyway.
And it's going to add to your experience, little nicer dress. So would you say that I should get dinner prior, go to dinner after, or probably I'll fill up on the hors d'oeuvres and the drinks and I don't even have to worry about dinner?
Personally, I would try to fill up on the free stuff and drinks. And if you're still hungry, go to dinner after.
Okay. Corey and I locked eyes and we just nodded. Like, yeah.
Free
Stuff. I could maybe see if I could get another key card made while I'm there, and you might have a room for the day.
I'm good.
You okay with that?
How's he getting to Vegas?
I mean, you got to figure that out.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm not prestigious enough to do that.
All right, well, that's good. See, that's a little recon I needed because. And did you still talk? Who was the guy that you went with?
Trevor House.
Do you still talk to Trevor House?
It's funny. I talk to him every once in a while, but the last time it was almost a year. And I looked back and I asked him a question while I was in Vegas. And the time before that, when I talked to him, I was in Vegas again. And he never answered me this time. So I don't know if he's upset that I only talk to him when I'm in Vegas asking him questions.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's the kind of people that we are, Craig. Out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah, because he's living in Arizona now. He was living in Vegas when we were hanging out.
And then you're like, I have no reason to go to Arizona. Talk to you maybe in a year or 3. Corey, when have you gone to Vegas?
When have I?
Yeah.
Just once.
When was that?
When I was 20.
Oh, we talked about this. I
We
think.
did.
So you got you couldn't do anything.
Nope.
What'd you do?
Babysit.
Was it their kids?
No.
Who'd you babysit?
We've never been to Vegas together.
Oh, okay.
No. I went there with Allison's family.
And who'd you babysit?
I hung out with Allison, her sister.
Oh, and
They went around to like the M&M factory.
Are they older than you? Were they older?
Yeah.
So they could have gone to. So they babysat you. Basically, did you say I was babysat, or did you say you babysat?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You were babysat.
Maybe I was 19. It did have a sweet limo ride. That's the first time I've ever been in a limo.
Dude, limo ride is legit.
It was like a Hummer limo.
The first time I was ever in a limo was also Vegas, and I sent it up the video.
That was the
to this
video.
guy.
I think you posted on Facebook, and it was just you just nodding your head back and forth to the music.
That's how he dances.
Oh, it's so funny. So funny. All right. We've got Veronica's Hot Topics. I did send a message to Scary Skelly that said, hey, anything scary to send us, and he didn't reply. But I also did an update. Oh, sorry, too late. Been a work day from hell. And he sent that 7 minutes ago.
No problems.
So you know what?
We all have those work days.
We'll turn that into a question because we're going to record 2 today. Because
what?
because Craig is unavailable next week, right? Because you got to go on your tour.
Well, now I got to pee in your garage.
But before we do, let me send a message to Veronica to get one. But shout out to Veronica and I. Do you guys
say and I?
Did you just shout yourself out?
Yeah, I was shouting us out because I've never done this before with anyone. Snapchat. Do you guys Snapchat?
No.
Do you Snapchat?
I snap 2 people, and I don't talk. It's just
it's just whatever the freaking weird picture, like the filter is. The funniest filter, right?
Yeah, that's it.
That's all we do too. We're on a 69-day snap streak for us sending whatever goofy, weird filter there is. And you can search these filters. They got the weirdest, dumbest, stupidest. One today was me, was your face is on it, but it's a guy in a gym like flexing. He's got 0 muscles, and it was just me.
Mine's normally whatever the first one is. I send it to Sid in the morning before she's up, and then I get one back that is her like literally half asleep every morning. That's all it is.
Does she do half the face?
Yeah.
That's all teenagers do. They do half a face and they're like looking away or they're looking at the ceiling.
That's literally the streak that I have is just
What kind of streak you on?
with her.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This seems important. These seem like you're striving to be the longest streak.
I know it's in the hundreds.
Oh.
That's the thing. Once you realize you got something going, it's like, okay, I can't stop.
193.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow.
Don't lose a phone.
I didn't know this, but I forgot to do it one day, and I was pissed. And but there's a one-time thing that you can just hit like refresh. If you forget one day,
Oh,
you
You get one mulligan?
get
get
like
one mulligan.
Yeah,
Or you can pay.
I ain't paying Jack.
I'm just saying, or you can pay. But
That's
how
a
you.
brilliant business model.
Yeah.
Like, we got you hooked. You're at like a 1,000-day streak, and you forget, and now you can pay us $20 to continue your streak.
Yeah.
We've done nothing but to let you have a streak.
How would you incorporate that elsewhere?
Streaks?
You're usually the business
It's
mind.
the same thing as any video game. It's like microtransactions.
It is true.
It's just getting you hooked on something, and then eventually we make you pay for something.
But what if those microtransactions made you better in the game? Do you feel like that's unfair to everyone else, or do you think they should provide a perk if you're going to pay more money?
I feel like
Everybody has the opportunity to pay the same amount.
Well, I mean, but you have a 13-year-old that maybe they don't have the money that somebody that works a full-time job would, and so if they're going to play in a competitive situation, I'm not talking like
That's on them.
What?
That's
on them.
I think most of it should be cosmetic, especially in any competitive game. They shouldn't be allowed to buy skill levels. There's a lot of that in World of Warcraft where you could have like somebody from China play your character and level you up, and you just had to pay them, and you'd all of a sudden be way up in it. Which, if you're a kid, you're going to steal your parents' card and spend a shitload of money because you want to be competitive.
Right.
It's just going to cause that. Which the company doesn't really care. They're still making money.
They don't care.
Yeah.
They're the ones
But
who came up with it.
It should be mostly cosmetic.
Well, that's how Kane is. My son he plays Apex Legends, and he's like, dude, I got red shrapnel that's from space that I pulled from a pack. I made, now I can make this. And I'm like, I remember when I was doing microtransactions, it was to get the Bo Jackson, who's a 99 speed.
I was going to say, is that any different than you opening a Madden pack?
No, I mean, a little different because it made your team better. Like, that made your team better. So once I saw people paying, that's what sucked me in.
Wow.
So I'm like, oh, okay, if I'm going to compete with some of these people, I got to have someone with 99 speed, 99 this, 99 that. And so then you start buying the packs because you got to catch up with everyone.
But that was a side game. That wasn't the main game.
That wasn't the main. That's true. That's a good point.
So if you're going to do this side game, then let them spend whatever they want to get better.
Yeah, as long as it's not corrupting the actual. Yeah. Very good, Corey. Always bringing the heat. Craig, have you ever spent money on stupid stuff like video games?
DLCs.
Those aren't stupid.
He asked for video games. That's all I've ever spent money on.
Have you spent cosmetic?
No.
See, I've spent money on cosmetic stuff that I thought was cool.
You said DSLs?
What?
Oh, DLCs?
Yes, that's exactly what I said.
I thought you said DSLs.
I might not be a super gamer, but I know what it's called.
But do you know what a DSL means?
Digital sound length.
Yeah. No,
Is that what it is?
it's D word S-ing lips. That's what DSLs are. So if a girl's got some nice DSLs,
Okay, I get it.
that's yeah. I've never heard that before though.
Did you just make that
I
up?
was
No,
saying,
I've heard it before.
it's part. There was a weird time to bring it up in this conversation.
Well,
I felt like it was out of place.
I had to bring
you
it
guys
back.
see some DSLs.
I had to bring it back to Veronica's Hot Topics. So,
Is it about lip filler?
we
yeah.
did already.
Can I?
Yeah, we did that.
We did.
Yeah.
But does it seem like this is more prominent now, where women are like they're starting? Everyone's starting to get lip filler. Everyone's starting to get
because
like
of Angelina
eyelashes.
Jolie.
Everyone's starting to get microblading.
Angelina Jolie.
No,
That's why.
Is it
because of the Kardashians.
Kardashians?
Well, yeah,
but the
that's
Kardashians probably because of
It might, but the
Angelina
Kardashians
Jolie.
reached a huge audience compared to like what Jolie was doing.
but they might have been influenced early.
They
on.
might have, but
Or-
they influenced more people.
There's a lot of money that somebody could make by learning microblading and all that kind of stuff and doing that as a profession. There's a lot of money involved in that.
Do you want
And
to
then
try it?
DoorDashing it.
Dude. Okay, guys, think about this for a moment. Okay. End game. Bowling alley. That's the end game.
It's always been the end game.
But we have to get there. We have to build our business up. So what we do right now
Build a salon in the back to make them pay half the rent.
is we learn.
Ooh, even better.
What was it?
We
Our
build
bowling
the
alley have a
building
salon in it.
and let the salon come in so they pay half the rent for the building.
That was better than mine.
Obviously.
But
Beauty and the bowling.
yeah, that's ooh.
It was funny. I knew what you meant because you said bowling, but I thought in my right ear that I heard beauty and balding, and you looking at Trav when you said it.
Yeah. Yeah, pop that hat off, Craig. But I'm bald, dude. I don't have an ing.
That's the
Okay?
modern.
That's what you have.
That's the
You have
modern
the
day.
ING.
The modern day Beauty and the Beast is just a bald man. It's just Beauty and the Balding.
Why are you curling your mustache over there like an evil man, too?
I'm trying to grow it out so I can wax it.
Is that what's going to pay the rent?
Hopefully.
It's what's gonna get him a place to stay.
You really don't have any ideas?
Not right now. Like I'm going to stay somewhere, but that's just temporary.
But what's the deadline? We got to keep people like.
I don't think anybody cares where I end up.
Yeah, they do.
Do they? Are they intrigued where I am?
Well, because it could go really good or really bad.
Technically, I'm homeless.
That's the really bad part.
So he had this. We came up with this idea when when Carrie wouldn't let him move into our shed and live in it.
Jerk.
We decided the best thing he can do right now is live in his car and park at Safeway because then he could just get up and go right to work.
Yeah.
I can't. I have a dog. I'm not going to do that to her.
Just tie it up outside. No.
You know, there's a line where I draw it, and it's animal cruelty, Travis.
I just see you just like homeless. The little misters come on the produce, and you just quickly take off your shirt and start soaping up real quick.
I don't have to be homeless to do that. What do you think?
Just name the price.
Why do you think that celery tastes better?
So we don't know. Where are you checking? Are you staying in Enumclaw? Are you going someplace else? Are you thinking like Bonnie Lake? Are you like Buckley?
Maybe Antarctica. I don't know.
You don't know. Fishing boat, deadliest catch.
Yeah, I'm going to kill people there.
Whoa, whoa,
I'm the deadliest
He's-
catch.
he's-
whoa!
That's a dating show for murderers.
Whoa!
Only two can survive.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great idea for a show.
That's terrible. For sure.
You murder
Well, it's not real life, but you kill off the people.
the best murderers down to the last two, and then that's the couple.
They don't die in real
Deadliest
life.
catch.
Like love is blind, but you're killing the other members until you get to you're the deadliest couple.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back in. I don't for the people listening to this, the 4 people that are listening to this, Corey is a little mortified that I'm talking about this. I think a little bit.
About what?
He keeps giving me flashes of looks like, all right, that's enough.
About me being homeless?
Yeah.
I'll talk about whatever you want. Ask me anything.
Ask you anything?
Yeah.
This is an AMA right now.
Sure.
where do you seriously want to stay?
At this point, I have no idea.
No, but
I'm applying for jobs in a lot of places, and it would if I get a job somewhere that's further away, I would probably move closer to that. So at this point, it's kind of all in the open.
So, but what I'm asking is,
I don't have a plan.
But what I'm asking is, like, would you go different states?
I had thought about it, but at this point, with where my parents are at,
And
age-wise,
the podcast.
And if somebody paid me to do a podcast in another state, that would make a big difference.
Hey, Dan, you listening?
Like if somebody, in Colorado.
What if I paid you to move so this podcast
to another state?
Dude, Craig has a brother. Craig has a brother. It's like, nah, sorry, but I ain't helping you out unless
Unless you want to
somehow
move to Idaho.
you somehow get rid of this podcast for me. Then I might find some funds for that.
How much?
I don't know. Let me check.
Need at least 60 grand to
I
start.
was thinking like Eastern Montana. It's probably pretty cheap.
Here,
I don't like snow, so I'm out. For that reason, I am out.
Can I propose something to you?
Don't propose to me.
I'm going to propose this to you. Okay?
What do you want?
Get back on social media. This is the only way. This is the only way. Just listen.
I'll consider it.
Okay.
It's called Tinder.
So social
I'd go
media.
on Bumble first.
I feel
that is one, isn't it?
Yes.
that if everyone, for all your friends out there that you have,
I don't have any friends.
if you got $1 from them for your birthday, let's just say your birthday.
I'm not begging for money.
No, I'm just saying if we did that. Let's say we
12 days from now is Corey's birthday.
Let's say we did that as a society. We're like, hey, it's your birthday. You're my friend on Facebook. I'm giving you $1. Now, some people like me would make money at that point.
Go fund me. I'm homeless.
I'm not. Put it this way: there's so many friends on Facebook that I don't even know or want to be friends with that I would never give them $1.
You wouldn't give them $1 anyways.
Well, if I got $1 on my birthday, I would give the same exact people $1 back.
That's what I'm saying.
So what's the point of doing it? You're down more dollars than by giving it than getting.
Yeah.
One day you'll have a lot of money. One day out of the entire year, and then every other day you'll just be losing a little bit of money.
How does that work to pay for rent?
Even.
How does that work to pay for rent?
Overall?
Yes.
It's even overall. But okay, I'm getting there. Okay, not the same principle, but if one of them, if one of your friends let you stay 1 week, just 1 week at their house, and you guys can plan stuff. Board game night Monday night, Tuesday let's go bowling, Wednesday let's go.
How's he paying for that if he can't afford rent?
Because he's not paying rent, he's staying at 52 different friends' houses.
This sounds like the worst thing ever.
But you're not paying any rent.
I would pay rent happily to be by myself.
It sounds like a horrible.
Yeah. I keep thinking. I keep forgetting you and I have different personalities.
That's a horrible bartering system, is what that is,
dude. If I knew, okay, think of it from my
That's
side.
just couch surfing. That's not a new theory.
But it's boundary couch surfing. The worst thing about couch surfing is that people don't know when you're leaving, and you don't know when you're leaving. But if you set up your calendar,
So I have a 52-week calendar.
yeah, you have a 52-week calendar.
You know, I bet you if you asked Jamie, she would let you do this.
No. Yeah. But no,
You're going to be gone for 51 weeks this year? That's fine.
hear me
No,
out.
52.
Hear me
She doesn't
honest.
want a week home.
Well, you got to count a Vegas week, so you got to subtract like 8 weeks.
That's
so.
a good point too. But if I knew that between a certain week each year,
What week do you want?
March 21st to 28th
Of 2025?
Yeah, no,
I'll put it on my calendar.
no, but
Siri, remind me March 21st, 2025 to show up at Travis's house.
But listen, if I
We'll
knew,
remind you.
if I knew that I'd have a full week with you, and that's it, like no more obligations with that. Dude,
do they cook me dinner?
Yeah, I would be so stoked. I would be stoked. I'd be like, okay, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, and then I know that it's just gonna be a week. I'm gonna have the most fun with you that week, and then you move, and then you go to the next one, and that person's gonna be Jared Skelly is stoked. All right, Corey is chilling with me. We're gonna play Madden football. We're gonna play some FIFA, whatever, and then Boom. You go the next week. You go to the man who shall not be named. And he's like, sweet, I get to hang out with Corey. He can wear my pants.
That would never happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got an idea.
There's a lot of flaws in this plan.
Full buddy idea right here.
Okay, let's do it.
Full buddy people listening. I know we don't have 52 people listening, but
Are you trying to rent me out?
no, not at all. Every person gets to spend 1 week at Trav's house. Let's go 52 people
Yeah, we need
to see if we can get a person at Trav's house
52 weeks.
every week for a year. Full buddy listeners, 1 week at Trav's house.
That's included with your membership.
This might turn into Deadliest Catch.
There's a tier. If you go up to a certain tier, you get a
You
week. at
just
Travis
talked about
House.
how awesome it'd be. Wouldn't it be cool? You know they're only going to be here a week.
Yeah.
You just know they're going to be somebody else the following week, and then somebody else the following week.
What tier would they have to buy from you to have this?
600.
600
Yeah.
a month?
Yeah.
Jeez. Somebody thinks highly of themselves.
No. But I do think that there's some wisdom in that. Like if people, the thing about couch surfing is that nobody knows when that person's leaving, and it's a burden. It could be 3 days to a month.
What if I
But if they
hurt
know-
people's feelings because they want me there longer than a week because they had such a good time, and then I leave?
That's what I'd be
Okay.
afraid of.
Okay, here we go. Now I like this, but this is where you get your own now subscription service, okay? And with that, it's kind of like when you buy Touch Tunes when you're at a bar and it's like, oh, there's like 12 songs ahead of mine. I'm going to pay extra for a fast skip, and mine's going to be now.
Let people bid on to keep me.
Yes! Dude, you're the first person to do this, and I think it could work. Now, for you and your personality, it would be terrible for you.
For me, well, maybe it wouldn't. Maybe it would be awesome.
And for the people buying you for the week.
Well,
Whoa.
don't say
Now
it like
we're
that.
buying people?
Yeah. How much do I
Yes.
get from this?
This show condones buying people. You heard it here first.
Do I have to do chores? 'Cause
No.
if I'm doing chores for money, that's a little
Okay.
slippery of slope.
So then,
You're purchased for your chores.
but
Everybody'd have different chores.
what I'm
Is there a line?
yes.
Because there's
But
some things that I won't do for money.
this might
Some things I will.
this might be good for you though.
But I won't do that.
Meatloaf is one thing I will do for money.
the guy.
Anything involved with meatloaf. You ever ate meatloaf? Listening to meatloaf? It's an amazing experience.
Have you eaten the Corey or the Bentley special while listening to Meatloaf?
Not yet.
You
Dude,
will.
we should,
but
you know
now
what?
I-
We
now
should
I'm
do
going
that.
to.
Well, actually, can you play it on here?
No. I'll get a strike.
So
strikes
let's
do you
do
get
that.
before you're
I've already been struck out.
Well, maybe we'll get the Bentley special,
Yeah.
record,
We can
and
sing
we
it.
can all sing Meatloaf while we're eating it.
Yeah. With our
I'm sure-
mouths full.
I'm sure the listeners would love
They
that.
would love that.
Meatloaf on meatloaf.
Meatloaf on meatloaf. Yeah, I
I'm
like
sure
that.
that hasn't been done on YouTube ever before.
Probably not.
Couldn't-
Not with the Bentley special, it hasn't.
But what I'm saying real quick is
Why are you raising your voice?
it
at me?
might be good because you aren't if people wouldn't want me over for a week, they would hate that.
Why?
I would be, hey, blah, blah, blah. I'd be too much energy. You're perfect because they know you don't want to hang out, and they feel good because it's like giving somebody like something that they and so they basically.
So I'm charity.
Yes, and they can leave you alone.
I don't know.
They
I
could
was,
leave you
I was
alone for a
on this
week.
for a while, but now I'm feeling a little bad about
No,
it.
they could leave
Charity that they're purchasing.
you. Yeah,
It's probably a tax write-off.
it totally is. Oh, dude, you come up with your own nonprofit. You get a code, you give them, and it becomes a tax charity code.
But I get fed. I
Bro.
get paid.
If I didn't, I would do this. I wish I could do this. Be me. I want to be you.
No, thank you.
That would be 52 different places to stay. One of them is going to be your parents' place for a week, probably 2 times.
They're not going to pay for me.
Well, they don't have to because you're still going to be working.
If they see what's going on, they're not going to want him.
Yeah.
Well, Christmas time, there's times for forgiveness, stuff like that, new beginnings. So they'll probably have you for that week.
I guarantee I do not want a week.
You would,
I would
you
like
would take a week.
I would like a week though, and I want it to be during the summer for his house.
That'd be
Actually,
sweet.
you know what? I will give you that. You can actually just
Can it
sleep
be
out.
the-
You can just sleep out
Can
there.
it be the week of that August?
You know what? You can sleep on an air mattress in the pool.
On the pool.
That week of August during our draft, I'd like that to be the week.
All right, done.
I'd like that too.
Sure.
Pool bunk beds.
Wait a minute, I'm not the bottom bunk.
Do we answer?
What was the question?
Do you like snap streaks? No, I think that was it. It created some. But let's do our shout outs.
I think the question was who wants to buy me. Apparently,
Veronica, you got first bid. You're up for. What if we did that? Okay, Patreons, send Corey. We need to get you like a social media so people can send you money, meaning they can bid off you. So they can all right. So we're doing this.
This is all going downhill.
We're starting
real quick.
This
guys, June 1st.
when what?
When are you needing to find a couch? June 1st.
A couple months, yeah.
Okay, can I say June 1st?
Sure. I mean, you can say whatever you want.
Okay, June 1st. I'm gonna send me a DM, and then I will let Corey know that he has June 1st through the 7th taken care of. He can stay there June 1st to the 7th.
I might not sleep there, but I might show up for dinner.
That's fine. You can sleep out in the car in the garage for all. I mean, it really doesn't matter.
Keep it running.
Why do you bring a hose?
So send me a DM.
I did not mean that. I meant more of I could see why you thought that though. I meant as far as just like
I thought this was like really sad, and I was charity, and he thought I was going out. When my last meal.
I meant more you keeping yourself
Hey,
warm.
can this be a tour where people make me their version of meatloaf?
Yeah.
And I try everybody's meatloaf.
Yeah. So June 1st.
Who wants to make me meatloaf?
Send me a DM that you say that you're reserving Corey
To eat meatloaf.
to eat meatloaf at your house from June 1st to June 7th. This is a good social.
It doesn't have to be the
experiment.
whole week. It can just be a day. Just one day you want to make meatloaf for
One
me.
day you want to make Corey meatloaf.
I'll show up at your house.
He'll show up at your house.
Eat meatloaf.
He won't talk to you. He'll just say
I
thank
might.
you. Okay.
Depends on the day.
All right, Corey, I'm pimping you out. June 1st through June 7th.
That's going to save me so much money on
Any producers listen to the
meals.
show? He said pimp out. That's illegal.
Yeah, well, I'm
how much money are you getting for this?
No, I'm freaking nothing. Nothing. I'm exhibit right now, dude. I'm just pimping
why-
my ride.
why-
Stay tuned.
Why'd you just
see
try to
how the
backhand
show
me?
goes.
Where's my money? All right. Let's do the actual. Oh, Homer Robertson actually just bid. And I haven't even released this yet.
That was quick.
All 52 weeks.
But I get the hotel room there? I'm in.
Except for August. 1 week in August.
Yeah, 1 week in August, but other than that, I get a free hotel room down there.
All right, we got Kellen Hall, Holly Graff, Adam Kenny Art, Seth Loop, Cassie Spencer, Amanda Keating, Shekinah Sarver, Jared Skelly, Homer Robertson, Ben Ellman, Jamie Roberts, Jamie Kenny, Apollo Doodle, Jackson Zyduk, Sasha Carolyn, Thomas Savageoke, Anthony Wright, Cameron Stratton, Katry Hoban, Homer the Vet, Jackie Van Hoof, and Dan Coot Snyder. What up? Thank you guys. We got shout outs. Corey, go first.
Shout out to anybody who sends awesome questions in for us to answer, because that has been enjoyable.
That has been enjoyable.
So thank you.
Thank you, Skelly. Sound like you had a day from hell. Craig.
I'm gonna do a shit out.
Woo!
I'm gonna do a shit out to the staff at the Hit It Here Cafe at the Mariners game. Awesome area, pretty decent food. Horrible staff. At least the night I went.
Was it because you're just used to the great staff at the Prestige Lounge at the Venetian?
No, it's because it took an hour to get nachos.
Were they cold?
And they weren't busy. It wasn't because it was super busy.
Was there a point where you want, like, I'm going to go back there and I'm going to make these nachos myself?
There was a point where I thought about just finishing my beer and walking out and not paying. How about that?
What if Corey did the same thing for the People's Meatloaf that made it for him?
Now am I paying them? This was supposed to be meatloaf for me.
I just like the fact that you were like, well, thanks a lot for making this. Took an hour. I'm out of here.
Yeah, I don't want to take forever.
Actually, if you tell him dinner's at 5, he'd probably show up about 4:45
Yep.
and expect the food to be ready at 5,
Yeah.
not 7.
And then like 5:30, I'd be like, thank you. It was delicious.
Anyway,
I like it. Okay, Boo Hit It Here Cafe, and
well, not the cafe. It is actually a pretty cool spot.
okay, yeah,
The
but
people.
staff,
The staff there.
but the Mariners suck too, and my loser M's, they suck. They're the worst. Hate them.
Cool.
Go everyone else but the Mariners.
Go
Mariners.
Rainiers.
Have a great week, everyone. Take Corey in. If you see Corey on the side of the walk, bring him in. Bring him inside.
Hello.
Bye-bye.